In three, two, one. What's going on, folks? Welcome to 34 Questions. I'm your host, 34, and today I have a very special guest. Sipp Moe is in the building. How you doing, sir?
Hey, what's good? What's good? I'm glad to be on here. It's been a long time coming.
For sure, man. Definitely appreciate your time and your openness to share your story and your perspective. So thank you for coming through.
Hell yeah.
For the folks out there who are unfamiliar with the flow of the show, we do some intro questions, some warm-up questions just to set the tone. Got a couple icebreakers in there as well. And then we jump into the main interview where you start, or you can choose to choose your own numbers, or you can go with this new thing called the wheel, one of man's greatest inventions. Oh, sorry, humanity's greatest inventions. But yeah, man. That's when you get a chance to choose them. Sound good to you, Chris?
Yep, let's do it.
For sure, man. My very first question for you is, how have you been? You've been doing well. You've been doing great. How you been, man?
I've been doing good, taking it one day at a time, but after a whole year of just figuring myself out, not just mentally but physically, I'm able to go out there and do more and adventure out now. So I got a lot of things coming out myself. I'm working on my Kick Rocks, so there's content being made, and yeah, I actually have the stickers too. I got you.
Oh, for sure. Oh, word.
Yeah.
Well, what's Kick Rocks all about? Why don't you tell the folks
So
out there
Kick
what's
Rocks.
About?
Yeah. I haven't launched the channel yet though, well, you can actually go on the Instagram, Kick Rocks Culture, or kickrocksculture@gmail.com, for any questions. But it's pretty much taking the term kick rocks, and then it was always seen as a negative thing, right? Especially here in the city, people be like, kick rocks, like go get lost or something, right? So I'm like turning it into a positive where it's like, all right, let's make that an adventure then. Let's go find something fun to do. Let's kick rocks. Like, it could be an adventure outdoors, it could be trying out new food, it could just be vlogging with friends that you haven't chilled with in a while. So that's pretty much what it is as of right now.
I got you. Yeah.
It's just good times with good folks or by myself, however it's going to be. We're going to kick rocks together and you'll see. Hi, Sipp Moe.
You've been recording a lot, or
not
how's
a
the
lot,
content creation
but,
going?
Yeah, it's still hard at first because I got to remember to pull out my camera and talk to myself again because it's been a while. So then sometimes I'm just soaking up the time and the atmosphere where I'm at, the people that I'm with, and then you forget to do those things. So it's coming. It's just coming slowly.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
But a little bit of content's better than nothing. So
for sure. What's the next adventure you're looking forward to going on?
Ooh, honestly, I don't know what's next in the lineup, but I know it's gonna be probably around a lot of family stuff, because a lot of these adventures that I've been going with this summer have been like my niece's graduation, which was in Portland, which I was at. So I did a lot of outdoor stuff in Portland, Oregon and Washington. So then I got cousins moving out to the suburbs and stuff, so might be helping them move and adventuring around there because, they got the Delta, there's a whole bunch of stuff. So who knows? Like, whatever inspires me at the time. I'm just going to keep the ball rolling, and then go from there.
I got you. We're going to move on to some more warm-up questions. This next one is, what would you like the audience to know about you?
Oh, that's a warm-up question.
Yeah, that's a warm-up question, man.
What do I want your audience to know about me?
And your audience too, man. Like, you think about the folks that they're gonna watch this because it's you. That's also, keep that in mind. It's not just my audience; it's our audience. You feel me?
Oh yeah. Speaking of repping the old school Hella Hungry hat, had to throw it in there.
That's the OG.
Because I've been on this journey, even though I haven't been around.
That's the band.
I mean, that's what it is. Yeah, the support, the love, just from rocking from day one, whether you're there or not.
Absolutely,
remember that.
Man.
Remember every interaction or any inspiration or whatever it is you look forward to doing with me around whatever.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this was birth. This was birth from Hella Hungry. I'm still rocking it too. It's just
Yeah.
different lanes at the moment. But yeah, that's the band hat, the hat that somebody had to contact me and was like, yo, you took our design, you got to take that shit down. And I was like,
oh, for real?
Yeah, they were like,
that's why you didn't keep doing them?
Yeah,
oh man,
yeah, because I know, like,
I had no clue.
The car culture, y'all told me that, you know, car culture would fuck with it because it looks like, you know, the shift,
stick shift, manual.
But right. Yeah, I had to move on from it just because someone hit me up and was, you know, trying to tell me like they got it first, which I never checked on it, but you know, I wasn't tripping too much.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, did you ever check on it? They could be saying that.
Nah. But yeah, man, what would you like the audience to know about you?
Man, what else? Oh, that's a hard question. I mean, it is what it is, right? Like,
I got you.
Just know that. I know it's always the simplest ones that are the harder ones, right?
Yeah. What's it called?
What's up?
No, you got it, or is that all you?
Oh no, I don't. That's why.
We could loop back to it.
I don't have much to say.
We could loop back to it if
we
you
can.
Like. Yeah.
I'm good at that. Whenever it pops up later, I'll be like, oh yeah.
Okay. Well, my second warm-up question is, if someone were to pay you a tribute, how would you like to be honored? So, you know, if I was going to tell myself today I'm going to do something in honor of Chris, or, oh, my bad, Sipp Moe, what could I do for you?
At this moment right now, I'll be like, man, make a dope video. Some visual, man, that could be seen around the world at any time, anywhere. That'll be one of the sickest things. I don't know how that'll be done, but
sure.
Which is why Kick Rocks it makes sense, you know, so I can start having stuff out there. But if you were able to do that for me today, oh man, I appreciate that.
It's a piece of it, right? It's a piece of all the things you're gonna create, and yeah, you're helping me create this. So yeah, this is definitely a part of your portfolio. You feel me? But we got you, man. We got you. My third question of the warm-up is, on a scale from 1 to 10, how well do you know yourself?
Man, I'm discovering new things about myself all the time. As much as you want to say you know yourself in and out, nah, I guess it's not a 10. I want to say I'm at a comfortable 8.5.
Well, why
just because I'm always learning.
Like, what
I mean, because I got a good grasp on, you know, my life so far and everything that works and doesn't work about me, what I like to be around. But like I said, every day I may learn something new that I never knew about myself. I'm like, oh, that is me. You feel me?
What would you say is the last thing that you kind of realize, like, oh shit, that's something I do like, or something you don't like a new realization?
Something that's bringing me back around is that I used to do all the time growing up was just, so like COVID was a big thing, right? So camping, being outdoors, I used to do that all the time, and I haven't done that in years. So I realized a lot of people have been doing it this past year, and I also realized that people do solo trips. So I'm like, if anything, I gotta start exploring that again, even if it is a solo thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you like camping in the way that it's like, you know, super natural, you know, like super gritty, not you know how there's glamping? Are you a glamper?
Yeah. I can't really say I've been glamping. I may have as a kid, but I'm like right in the middle. But with these new times, I'm getting into like people with their trucks and doing overlanding 4x4s so that they can get out in the middle of nowhere and be there. So I'm trying to work my way up to that right now.
Gotcha.
It up.
Are you gonna be getting a truck? Or
I mean, I used to have one a while ago, but yeah, I need to see if I can get one again.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
That's one of my goals right now. That's gonna help me explore.
For sure. What would you say is your favorite thing about your personality?
My personality? I don't know. You gotta ask someone else that. I feel like it's different with anyone I interact with. I'm always like down type of person. Always try to be in a good mood and make people laugh, even if it ain't necessary. You know, I'm always down to adapt and change. Like I said, I'm down for whatever. So, you know, or a lot of people might know, that I'm always down to adjust and adapt to whatever the situation is.
The
And that could be
flexibility.
from anything.
Yeah,
Yeah, that could be anything from hanging out or even working in a job together or whatever it is. I'm always down.
for sure. Uh, you think you've always been down like that? That's something that you've been in since you were a kid, or that was something that you kind of had to grow into? You know?
Nah, I've always been a down type of person. I just haven't had those same people throughout my whole life.
I got you.
That's all.
Feel you,
Because
man.
yeah, I believe in loyalty and all that. It's like, well, if you're in a situation, you gotta work together. You can't just, you know,
Yeah.
say peace to people.
Nah, I feel you.
Peace them out.
You got a answer for that first question or not yet? What would you
What
like
was
the
that?
audience to know about you?
Man, just yeah, I don't have an answer. Like, just hit me up, something. I don't know. Get to know me on a personal level.
I
For
got
me
you.
to talk about myself, you know, a lot of people. That's why that question is hard because like it's like me trying to write a bio right now. I don't know.
in a way,
You know?
in a way, man. In a way, it is.
It
It's like
take-
a. What's that?
No, I'm like, if I have to write a bio for something, that might take me hella days alone. But answering all the questions under it, or you know what I mean? That's like the easier part.
I got you. So moving on. We gotta get some icebreakers out of the way. You have
Let's
a
do
choice though. Would you rather do a riddle or a one-word spelling bee?
One word spelling bee. That sounds different.
All right. How do you feel about your spelling skills?
They used to be phenomenal.
For sure. So you think you'd want a harder word or an easier word?
It's up to you.
All right, man. Your word is going to be insidious.
Oh, oh, Insidious. Insidious.
Correct. You got it, man. Well, I guess
Did you just start doing that, or you been doing that?
Nah, I've
That
been
spelling
doing.
bee
I've been
thing.
doing the spelling bee
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Yeah. There's the spelling bee.
Do
and the
people ever
riddle.
pick it?
Did I mean based on how they like react to the question, like, oh, how are your spelling skills? Then I can gauge like how hard of a word I can give them. You know.
Got you. Because the riddle might be having me like thinking for hella long. That's why I was like, I'll just go with the spelling.
Yeah. The riddle's good too, though. I used to have guests doing both, but now I'm just like, let me just make it a little quicker. I don't want to keep the flow too choppy. But
Got you.
But yeah, man. Well, congrats. You got it right. And if I ever get the spelling bee together of all my past contestants who got the word right, then I'll definitely invite you back on. It'll be like a tournament kind of thing.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
And we win free merch.
Yeah. I'll definitely come up with some. But yeah, we made it to the main portion of the interview. You said you wanted to do a mix of this new thing called the wheel. And
Let's try it out.
Pignon. All right, let's go over to the wheel. Yeah, these are some new transitions I'm trying out, but bam, there it goes. Now for this first one, would you want to go for the wheel or you have a number in mind?
Oh, I thought you were gonna do the wheel first.
All right, let's do it.
I can give you a number though.
No, let's do the
Either
wheel.
way,
The thing about
you're
the
the
wheel,
host, bro.
the thing about the wheel though is that it's like easy, medium, and hard. It could be any one of those. It's all like mixed up and stuff. So unless you wanted to start off with an easy question, then maybe you should choose a number first.
I don't know. I don't know because it's random.
Here we go. I'm gonna spin it.
Alright. Yeah, you need the sound effects. But I like what you got now.
32 hard. All right, man. Your question is going to be, what makes you different?
What makes me different? I could answer that any way I want, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Um, Shit, I wanted to say the loyalty part, but you know, makes me different. I am one of a few, from what I've heard from people, few of a dying breed of people who were born and raised in San Francisco. Hello. Yeah, that's hella different. It's like finding unicorns. People tell me that all the time.
Yeah. Oh,
That's like the simplest answer I can give you.
so being a part of that like select group, right? How has it been seeing a lot of the folks that you know either like move away or you've seen the city change? So
Yeah, a lot.
how has the city changed in your eyes?
A whole lot. I mean, not even in this past decade, even decades before. Because you remember even the .com stuff in the 2000s, like they all came in and pushed everyone out the mission. They couldn't afford to live there, and then they left, and yeah, a lot of neighborhoods aren't the same neighborhoods like they used to be. A lot of people had to move out. A lot of people couldn't afford it, and like I said, you walk around San Francisco, most of the time people aren't even from there. They came in looking pretty much like a gold rush type of thing, right? Just trying to find a way to get rich. If it's not here, Silicon Valley, somewhere in between. But yeah, so they get, and then a lot of neighborhoods change, and that could be good too. Because I realized there's a lot of places that you couldn't walk before, or even taking the Muni. Like going down Mission. I keep bringing up Mission, but because I watched that movie last week. I don't know if you've ever seen it. La Mission.
La Mission?
Benjamin Bratt is based. Yeah.
Well, what's that movie about?
You go on YouTube and look it up. It was about so it's like a dad and his son. He's raising his son, and his son goes to Mission High, and they're one of the few families still in the Mission during this time when it's being gentrified through actually the .com time too. So they're showing how they're about being proud of where they're from and their culture, but they're conflicted also because the big thing is the son is gay. So that was a big thing. And then him being gay in the neighborhood, a lot of people were hating on that, all the hood people and stuff. So that's the whole conflict in it. But
this came out.
What was I saying before that?
I was gonna say this came out like
in the 2000s.
Wow.
Somewhere between 05 and 08. Go YouTube it. It's there for free.
Oh damn. All right, for sure. I'll
so it just reminded me of that time. Going back to that, yeah, it just reminded me of that time where it's like, damn, I gotta ride the 14 Mission at night, but you gotta stop by 24, which is red, and 16, which is blue, and then you just gotta make sure you got the right stuff on. Stuff like that, like you don't see that anymore, which I guess is better. But like I said, a lot of the families that grew up and was a part of the culture that made the neighborhoods what they were, they can't live there anymore. They got flushed out.
Did you have a favorite neighborhood like growing up that you would always be chilling at?
I grew up in the Excelsior and Crocker Park areas, so all my memories were there. But I did have friends in other neighborhoods, so we took the Muni and rode bikes everywhere back then. But yeah, Crocker Park, Excelsior. That's and luckily we still have some family in there and still have a house we're holding on to, so we're lucky on that.
For sure. Is there any I don't know, I guess your favorite spots that maybe tourists don't know about in the city? Like could be a food spot, could be just like a place to kick it. Yeah.
You said food spot. I already thought of a couple, but they're not there anymore.
Oh nah, which ones?
Yeah, so you ever go to Mariposa Cafe?
Nah.
My third?
Never been.
Man, that was the spot to go. Like it was like the working man's place. All the workers from like Hunters Point Shipyard, all that area, all the construction workers, Muni, it was like the working man's place. And they sell you like cigarettes at the end, so
That's
everyone with their hard hats and everything. They give you big ass portions, so they're known for their roast pork. was what they're known for at first. This big ass portions because it's big dudes, and then their oxtails before oxtails was popular.
Yeah.
There was a hole in the wall, but man, it was one of those spots that, you know, eventually is going to get shut down because you don't want to go in that bathroom, you know, health code. But, you know, it was one of those Frisco gems that actually a lot of people did know who grew up there. Another one, maybe you might know, Doggy Diner by the zoo.
I've seen it, but I've never been. But
They used to
that's
have
still open?
the statue, at least, of the dog. Nah, that got closed a long time ago, too.
Oh.
But when we used to go to the beach, we used to go there after and eat when we were kids, or even young adults, yeah.
Any spots that are still open that you know of?
Man, during COVID times, I don't know. I don't really eat out in the city anymore.
Oh, just in general, like, you know, maybe they
just
could
in
order.
general. Man, that's a hard one. I still messing with Hard Knocks. Remember, we used to go to Hard Knocks.
I remember Hard Knocks SF. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So either the
soul
one on
food.
Third or the one. Yeah, that's for sure. I always rock with Hard Knocks.
Damn, they had one on
Yeah.
Third. I've never been to the one on Third. Been to the one in
We
the
did go together
on the one on Third.
after. I think after we did that I don't know if it was Christmas or that parade on 3rd Street when we were all at Burton, and we
Yeah.
went there to eat after with
Oh,
Ashley,
shit.
Gracia. Yeah,
Damn, you know,
'cause it was
me.
close by.
I was probably,
I know.
I was probably very tired that day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
But
know.
yeah.
That's why I'm refreshing your memory.
Right on, right on. All right, man. Well, let's jump back into another number. Here we go.
Oh, okay, cool.
What we got? 11 hard. Oh,
Everything's hard.
I mean, right now,
It's fun though.
right now, it's coming up hard, man. But this one is when was the last time you cried and why?
I don't know, like balling out, but maybe like teary-eyed. Does that count?
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah. I know there was a time, sometime in the past 2 or 3 months, but I probably blocked it out.
I gotcha.
Just because it was just nothing, or just an emotion. But man, you want me to answer that in a different way?
Go for it.
Not as in the last time, but one of those times that I could recall. And if it doesn't tear, I feel it still.
Oh shit.
The movie Pursuit of Happiness in San Francisco, that Will Smith.
Yeah, I remember
True
that.
story.
I remember that movie.
Right at the end when he finally gets the job and he walks up down the stairs and you see him tear, that gets me every time. It's like, damn, you made it.
Nah, for sure.
Yup.
For sure. You know, Will Smith. I mean, I respect those actors who can make me feel emotions and shit. Will Smith is one of those dudes. ever since.
Yeah,
ever
you can
since
watch
Fresh
it like
Prince.
100 times and he never gets old.
You still feel the
Like you
emotion.
still feel the emotion. Yep.
Any other movies do that to you?
Okay, not a movie, but yeah, no tears. But like I said, the same thing, the same feeling as the last episode of Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Will Smith again.
Yeah, it makes your chest hurt. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
you feel that heartache.
But if it wasn't for Carlton's humor relief at the end, it makes it easier.
Yeah, it does.
When he's like, "Hey, who turned on all the lights?" and that fool's running down, pulling up his pants. Yeah.
They needed
See,
that.
those two I can pinpoint, but other people like, oh, these dramatic. Well, I guess that's dramatic too, but
You ever seen
none of those.
I Am Sam?
Nah, I haven't.
That's with Sean Penn, but he's like this dad who's he's mentally not all there. I don't know how to say it without being hella offensive.
Is this a true story too, or not?
I don't know if it's a true story. I gotta check it out. But
Okay.
well, it's a dad who was.
I think it hits harder, but Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it was just a dad who was, mentally not all there, and he was trying to raise his daughter as a single dad because the mom had run out on him. And like it got to the point where the daughter was like 7 or 8 and she was becoming smarter than him, and then like Child Protective Services was trying to take her away, and it was a fight of him trying to keep his daughter and everything, and that was fucking heavy, bro. Like just the scenes of him.
Damn, I gotta check it out,
dude. And like the way he's acting that character out, it's like pure emotion, because that's how we kind of see like
he's a good one too though. You said Sean Penn, right?
Sean Penn. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good one too.
For sure. What's the last movie that you seen that you felt like was, top quality?
The same thing. Oh, top quality.
Yeah.
We're not talking about tearjerkers anymore.
No.
Top quality.
Good story.
Luca.
Luca?
On Disney.
Oh, for sure. What was that about? Yeah. How'd you describe it?
I guess because it's the last thing I watched with my nieces. So it's crazy. It's about like, they're not mermaids, but sea monsters in Italy. And the guy who made it, he based it, I guess, around his childhood memories and stuff like that. So they're sea monsters, and they become friends because I guess in the movie they can go on land and they become human. But everyone's saying not to go do it. But they feel restricted and they want to be free and go adventure and see the world. I guess that's what, caught me too. Because they want to get a Vespa and just like have their little moped and just travel.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's their adventure. And then obviously they're conflicted of, oh, we're not supposed to be up here. They're going to try and kill us, which they are, and then his best friend doesn't have a family, so there's nothing really holding him back except for the fact that he doesn't want to get caught.
Yeah, I gotcha. What was like the moral of the story, if you're gonna say there was one?
I would probably spoil it for you, but I guess the moral of the story is you can be accepted in adventure no matter who you are. You just gotta be willing to have the heart and just go do it and have support, because that's the thing. It's hard to get the support, right, from his family, and even his best friend didn't want him, because he got into the act of, I want to go to school, I want to like learn. They're like, nah, us sea creatures can't go to school. So he's like, we gotta adventure on our alone and stay low key. You feel me?
Yeah.
But this kid, yeah, because they were like, oh yeah, those are fish in the sky. But they're like, fish? Those are stars. It's like, what are stars? And then he got the ball rolling, and he just wanted to learn and yup.
Damn.
That's a good movie, bro.
I just recently seen Onward. You seen Onward yet?
I did see that. That was like last year, I think it came out. Yeah.
That one was
How'd you like it?
It was like I think because Donita showed me a clip of it that was like the kid trying to talk to his dad through through the recording.
They only had his feet.
Yeah. But like in the very beginning, it was just a recording of his voice, and so like he would press the recording and he would have like try to have this conversation with them, and she was like, "Oh yeah, that's basically what you're trying to do with 34 questions," and I'm like, "Yeah, pretty much." And I've never seen that clip before, so I'm like,
I see what you did there. Yeah. Or she pointed out.
Yeah, she pointed it out, and I'm all like, "Damn." And after I saw that, I was like, I have to see this movie.
How'd you like it?
It was good. It was good. Like it was interesting. I think it would also hurt me to see like, well, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Onward, but at the end where like the younger brother wasn't the one who got to meet the dad, as soon as like they were able to make it happen, right? And I was like, damn, but then it was also a tearjerker because like realizing his dad was his brother the whole time, and I was like, damn, so I was just like,
that's right,
that's pretty good, man. It's pretty good.
The thing about that, I had to watch it in parts. I didn't get to watch it from beginning to end. So I got built up and then I lost the momentum. So when I finally saw the end, I was like, not as impressed. Or I felt like it could have been better because I've seen it in that way. I was like,
Yeah.
It's good though, but
Have you seen Soul?
I choose not to right now. That's why I tell my niece. Like, man, I hate how they keep putting these movies about thinking about death, but I know it's a good thing.
Oh yeah, I mean it's an awesome movie, man. I mean it's like a happy.
I've seen bits and pieces though. I have seen, and usually it does lead to something happy or it has a good message, right?
Yeah.
Like Coco was one that I was like, oh, I'm not gonna watch this for hella long, but once I watched it, I was like, oh, this is hella good.
Oh, Coco, yeah, I hadn't seen until like when after 5 years or something it was out, but
yeah, same here. It's like I gave it time,
gave it a chance to breathe, but
right.
Yeah. All right, man. Gonna spin another one, unless you want to choose one this time.
Let's choose one this time, so we can mix it up. I gotta say 24 because that's me.
24. Which level? Easy, medium, or hard?
Oh, I get to choose the.
Nope.
Let's try a medium then. Since we did warm up and we did hard, let's try a medium.
All right, man.
Was warm up considered easy, or those were just warm up?
Those are just warm up. Those are questions that always are asked in the beginning of every episode.
Okay.
But this one is, what does it mean to have a healthy perspective?
The healthy perspective is you gotta constantly be growing and adjusting, adapting to situations. You can't be one-sided. Say it again. My bad. I just lost my train of thought.
It's what does it mean to have a healthy perspective?
Oh yeah, healthy perspective. Yeah, you always gotta push yourself and learn new things, try new things, be out of your comfort zone. That's pretty much the steps.
When was the last time you were outside your comfort zone?
Oh. Not okay. I'm gonna say my health in this past year because it was different. I'm used to getting out of my comfort zones or something that you're not used to. When you're put on the spot and you're gonna do well, whatever. It's cool. That's the point of it, right? So, like, giving a presentation, giving a speech, and whatever, something like that. But this past year with my health, it's like I was really out of my comfort level because I was at a point where I couldn't do anything. I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't move. And I couldn't figure out. And it was hard to get healthy when you can't use your body and you're just in pain. And I tried because I'm a natural guy, I tried every natural remedy I could think of before I finally got some coverage and was able to go to Kaiser and see a specialist, because even my regular doctor couldn't help me. So just being out of that comfort zone and just giving into I really don't like to give into medical stuff. I like to do everything naturally. First, that was a rough year to go through, but it helped out a whole lot. And now I was able to bounce back,
For sure.
That was a completely different journey of getting out of my comfort zone.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. I know it's not always easy to talk about these things, but
No.
I wanted to ask, as far as natural remedies go, what kind of knowledge could you drop on me about that? Like, any I hate to say quick cures, but instead of doing me getting pills, what could I do to get over some stuff naturally? Yeah, any
well, I was gonna say,
yeah,
I don't know about quick cures or anything. I was more into looking like just preventing, getting the healthy habits so you prevent issues. You know what I mean? Because anything to cure stuff quick, that's pretty hard, and you really got to be patient. But yeah, so I mean, I'm not the healthiest person, but I believe in balance and level. So anything you could add into your life, drinking green tea. That's a simple one that anyone could do, right? I like to say green tea and sushi because I don't know about now, but back then, before years ago, they used to say the people with the highest mortality rates were Japanese people, and they eat sushi, or fresh fish, and green tea.
Yeah, there's an island. There's an island out there that have the oldest living people, and you know what they said when they asked what the secret was?
What?
Sleep. Like they say they sleep a lot, but on that specific island they be sleeping a lot. So not all, I know Japan be working hard, so they can't really do that. But like I know on that specific island where they're like the people are living 100 plus, they say they never like their sleep, and I'm like that's.
But some people don't. Some people don't care about that. They rather live a full life, shorter full life where they're just on the go doing this and that. You know that hustle where it's like no sleep. You know.
Which one do you tend
like,
to vibe with more?
Ooh, for me?
Yeah.
Sleep. Because I don't get it. I don't get it good enough naturally. Like I've always been a night person all my life. So say I'm just like, normal night, no drinking, no cheat, nothing, right? Like I'll just be in my thoughts all night, and then either I get inspired or I get restless or I get, so my sleep, I don't have good sleep patterns, like for on a regular thing.
I didn't know about that.
So if I can get good sleep, no, a lot of people don't, and they say, oh, it's on your head or do this and that. I'm like, no, this is all my life. This ain't just in the last couple of years. Like,
yeah. No, I hear you.
And I definitely don't want to resort to like sleeping pills, because I've done it in the past and then it makes me groggy and it doesn't even make me sleepy at first, but it's hard to get up later. But now people say, oh, just take melatonin and this and that. But I don't want to rely on that.
It's hard. Yeah. And it might just not be your thing. Like if you've been a night person your whole life, maybe that's what you vibe with more.
So whenever I create or get inspired or influenced on stuff, it's usually in the nighttime hours, and not the early nighttime, the later.
No, like 3 a.m. nighttime. This podcast came up for me by staying up hella late on that job, that graveyard shift. Yeah. So I can see.
Remember how I wanted to do?
You wanted to do what?
My bad.
No, you good.
Remember how I was pushing to do my podcast? I want to do an after hours one. It was because of that. So not necessarily record it late at night, but have it later where it's more not in the daytime.
No, I got you. And that's a whole crowd, man. That's a whole, different audience that you can definitely create a show for.
That's like equivalent of late night TV, huh?
Maybe even more. Like you could even push the limits just because it's it's a podcast, and you could do whatever you want on a podcast. There's nobody really telling you you can't do it. So yeah.
I know.
Think about it.
I've heard the craziest podcasts ever that like, why is this up? But
which one did you think was super crazy?
There's a lot of them. My cousin puts me on a bunch of stuff, but I've seen. All right, you want to hear a crazy one?
Yeah. Tell me a crazy one.
All right. You're familiar with the. It's been a while, so I don't remember the name of it. You're familiar with the Breakfast Club, right?
Yeah.
With Charlamagne the God, Angelique. Okay, so they have podcasts on the side of their show. So I think it was Angela Yee's podcast with a bunch of other people. They were talking about how you take a dump, right? And the dude, this big dude that was with them, he goes, "No, you shit in your hand, and then you throw it away." They're like, "What?" They're like, "You don't sit on the toilet or squat, whatever, and let it drop." He goes, "No." I said, What the hell you guys talking about?" He goes, "That's what and they're like, "But your hands get dirty and all. Why would you do that?" And he goes, "That's what the toilet paper's for. You roll the toilet paper and you catch it in your hand, right?" I said, "That's how I've been doing it all my life." What if you splatter on yourself? You got diarrhea, bro. They're like, "That's why you wash your hands after."
Whoa, dude. I don't know who taught him that. Maybe they taught him that as a joke, you feel me? Like someone was trying.
This is a grown ass man though, and he's like clueless, like, "What? Y'all sit on the toilet and let it drop?"
No, but that's what I mean though. Like maybe growing up, someone was like, "Nah, man, you're doing it wrong. You're supposed to do it like this," and never told him. And like, you know, no one's really gonna watch this dude go take a dump. So
Right.
until he said it out loud, and everyone's like, "Wait,
But I
what?"
figure you watch movies, you look at social media. There's always people
That's
sitting
true.
on the damn toilet,
That's true.
and like holding a phone or a newspaper. So
He should have seen the signs. He should have seen the signs that he was doing it wrong. Yo.
But it's hella funny that he was just clueless about it and like, you know, backing his thing up. Like, no, like that's how you do it. That's hella funny.
Are you a nervous pooer? Like you can't go poo.
What's that mean?
Like you can't go poo in like regular public restrooms and stuff.
Nah, I learned that I had to do that. All my life I wasn't, but in the last like maybe 5-6 years, I had to learn.
You had to learn to do it outside, or
I had to learn. I had no choice.
yeah.
Especially that year that I was doing deliveries, because I'm not stuck at the workplace. Yup, it sucks. But you gotta do what you gotta do. And I've had some bad situations. Yup.
No, I've had some bad situations too, man, and I think I had to go through it as a kid. So then as I got older as an adult, like my mentality is just like, fuck it. Like I really don't look if it's like hella grimy or whatever. I'm not.
Oh, I still look. But I mean,
it's hard to
you
look,
gotta do what you gotta do. It's hard.
Yeah.
Bro, you're lucky that you learned early, because I was the type that went to school and won't go at all at school until I get home.
Damn, man, for real? Shit.
Yeah. I made it all the way up to college, and then college I started finding the nice bathrooms, the ones that no one went to. You go to like those, like certain buildings, like the top floor or the second to the top, and the ones all the way at the end that no one wants to walk to. Yup. And you get nice views sometimes of Lake Merced, because it was at SF State. Sometimes you get nice view of Lake Merced and no one's gonna bother you.
Damn, they had a fucking window in the thing for you. That's crazy. That is kind of peaceful. People must love that.
No, it is. Well, we didn't talk about it. There's only a handful of us that knew.
No,
and it was at certain buildings. Yep.
I wonder if any students still know about that place, and if it's still like
I don't know,
the best one on campus, the best throne.
I wouldn't know. That would be an interesting question. You walk around interviewing people like, hey, do you know what's the best bathroom to use here? Because you go to the main, like, what do you call that? The main part on campus where everyone goes and you can eat.
The union, the student union.
Yeah, the union, student union. Those are the worst ones, because even all the homeless go there and wash up there, take naps there and stuff. So you don't want to go in those.
Yeah.
That was at SF State. I don't know if y'all had that in Long Beach, but
yeah, we had a student union too.
No, I meant like the homeless would use the restrooms.
We would have the homeless use the library. I remember, because at a certain point the library would be open 24/7, and then we'd have homeless folk come in and take naps on the couches and shit. And it's just like, oh shit.
That's actually smart.
Yeah.
They are open. People need to study all the time.
yeah. But now besides that, I think I feel like in the city there's way more homeless people than there were at Long Beach. So yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But I want to ask, how did you start, like, you know, being open to the whole, you know, naturalist kind of approach to medicine? You know, like, were you always?
Well, it's not just medicine; it's just life.
Just life.
Not always, but I guess in my own way. You know, it's just exploring and learning new stuff. Like, I always felt different in that way of acknowledging and appreciating things. So it's like, okay, say you grew up religious Catholic growing up, but I always felt more spiritual. But I still, you know, practice. I still went to church and did this, right? This and that, and did whatever you had to, right? But I always felt spiritual. And then I started to learn more about that, and it kind of just branched in that way, because spiritual is more universal. You know, religion is like picking sides. But when you're spiritual, it connects everything, and it gives you a better understanding of yourself, how you connect with this world and the universe, at large. There's always a connection because there's always energy. So it depends how you use that energy or understand that energy. So whether it's diet, your spirituality, meditation, or even just getting through your day or the people you meet, it's about how you use that energy and focus. So yeah, you can be, but I'm not gonna be 100% saint, monk, Buddha, whatever. But I have my bad side too and my flaws, but it's balance. So I think balance is the most healthiest thing you can do because you still get to live life, yet you still humble yourself. You know what I mean? You're not gonna go totally in this direction, totally that direction. You're just gonna go back and forth and have a nice flow, knowing that you tried this or that, or you understand these things, or you don't understand some things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if that answered that question because you asked about health, but
No. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer, man. It's like however you take it, however you want to answer it.
I mean, I'm gonna bring this up too.
What's up?
Because remember our boy Dante, when he put me onto crystal healing and crystal energy, it took off a lot from there. Even though it was already being built up, when I got into that, which I don't really practice as much anymore, and I need to at least cleanse my stuff. I used to be a healer along with him, and we would heal not just ourselves but people around us, and just clean the energy, even if it's not like making you a believer or someone, at least like clean the aura, clean the energy, and just give you a reset button.
Yeah, man. I'm looking
whether people believe it or not, they still said yes, and whatever you take from there, that's on you. You know what I mean?
be accepting of that energy for sure.
Yeah.
Which
is, I'm actually being reintroduced to some of that stuff again, but that could be a topic for another time to expand on. On my last trip to Portland.
Yeah, what happened?
Well, a lot of things happened, but one of the things that I was going to say was, so one of my cousin's oldest daughters, I met for the second time because he never knew that she existed until she was like 14, 15. So, and she lives in Arizona. So this is the second time I've seen her. The first time she was like a teenager. And at least where she lives out there, she's on a whole nother level of experiencing this, the same type of thing with spirituality and healing and stuff. So she put me on some game. I'm like, it doesn't hurt to do these things, these practices, or at least like rebalance or refocus yourself, because we forget to do that. Yeah, you might like say, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna drink my greens and eat my, stuff like that. Yeah, that's good. But like mentally and stuff, so you don't gotta be religious or spiritual, but just learning to to rebalance your life like that is a good step. It's the first step, because it's gonna change your attitude to how you do everything else, right?
Oh yeah.
And we forget to do that. We just think, okay, we gotta go do this. Oh, let's go knock this out. I have this bucket list, right? But you gotta refocus yourself in a mindful way, if not meditative. I don't know.
Mindfulness, man.
Just some thoughts.
I hear you. I'm curious, man. What would you say is your guiding principle in life, like a motto that you kind of have, outlook,
I was hoping you weren't gonna ask a question like that, because I was like, if you did, I was gonna have a list of a bunch of them, but I don't know, because there's a lot. It changes every week.
It's cool.
But my motto right now?
Yeah.
My motto right now is something off a t-shirt. Oh, I have one right here. It is, do fun shit, support good times. Like, that hits hard.
Yeah. Do fun shit, support good times. I like that.
Because it's all about this whole adventure thing that I've been, rehyping and refocusing to get back on this journey, this adventure, or adventures, journeys, because my mind gets into a lot of whole different things, but just do fun shit, support good times. You can't go back from that. I was, oh damn, I'm about to get deep again. I forgot what I was watching, what I was listening to. It brought up something that I've heard before, where, after you're gone in this life and stuff like that, it's the memories that keep things alive. That's true, right? You know, when you talk about people, talk about stories and pictures, but even when you're the one gone, I think your spiritual energy lives in the memories too. So it could be like from hauntings, even though, you know, that's a whole different topic, to people of your ancestors that just put messages out to you or reach out to you. Usually it has to do with some kind of memory, even if it's not yours. It was a memory that was created that brings that energy together. You know what I'm talking about? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you.
So if you live a life doing fun shit, supports good times, and just continue to make memories with more people, the better. But if you got to do it alone, you do it alone. But creating all those memories, it makes you like kind of invincible, or you never die, right?
Immortal, because your energy is always going to be
immortal. Like all those people that we talk about, like Tupac and all that, they're always gonna be immortal because of all the memories that were created. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. They got timeless.
That's why I like this podcast, and I need to put out more of my new stuff because all the old stuff. But yeah, that's why I think this all comes together in a good conversation, because it's all related, I feel. So these things are answering those questions. I think that's hard for me to answer. Is this type of stuff.
I gotcha.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Like you said, how do you want people to remember you? I don't know, but if you hear me talk about the connections and the things to do as you live life day to day, that's it. It's right here.
It's stuff like this. Yeah. Just a heads up, man. We got about 15 minutes left in the podcast. Yeah. I just want to let you know, thank you again for coming through and, you know, sharing your story, being open, you know, like you definitely dropped some stuff on us, and definitely appreciate it.
I you know, like I said, I couldn't wait to come on. I wanted to do my homework, but at the same time, I just wanted to see where this went organically.
For sure.
And it's kind of like when we just kick it, and if we have no agenda, it's just like, all right, you got time? Let's just see what happens. And usually good comes out of it. So
good conversation, right? That's why I felt like it had to happen. But yeah, we made it to the concluding portion of 34 questions. Before I go to the closeout questions, the next thing we about to do is called the 34th mantra. You know, you're familiar with mantras, right?
I mean, somewhat.
I gotcha. So there's this phrase that I want you to fill out for yourself, and it is, I am, I can, I will. So I am blank, I can blank, I will blank. How would you fill that in for yourself?
I am, I can, I will.
Yes, sir.
I feel like this is something that's I do a better job writing on a piece of paper.
Take your time. Just one, you could do one at a time.
You came up with this, or you got it off of something?
No, I came up with this one, man.
It sounds like something that you would do in the opening our meetings at Burton.
Oh, you already know.
It sounds exactly like that. That's why I'm like, I need to write it. I am learning. I can? It's next.
Yep.
I can get it started. And I will, right?
I will.
I will have no regrets.
For sure, man. That was perfect. And if you ever need a reminder, you got this little soundbite of yourself.
I know, right?
To remind you. So yeah. Well, thank you. And mine was, I just heard it recently, but I had a guest kind of like tell me like, how would you answer it? So I was like, you know, I said I am balanced.
Ooh. That's confident. I like it.
I am balanced. I believe I said I can create, and then and then the last one is I will unite. So we'll see about that last one, but yeah, that would be the next thing. All right, man. Well, we made it to the concluding portion.
You said we had 10-15 minutes. That was only like 3 minutes.
Oh, there's 3 more questions at the end right here.
Oh, okay. I thought you just said we were done.
See, because you haven't seen the episodes. You haven't seen the ending, but it's all good. It's all good.
I told you why though. So
Yeah. This next question is from my previous guest. So shout out to Lelaine for her question, and her question for
shout out to you.
That's my cousin from the Philippines too. So yeah.
Hey.
Her question for you is, what song feels like home for you?
Ooh. There's a lot of songs, but right now off the bat, especially since we lightly touched on being from Frisco, SF Anthem by San Quinn, Boo Banger, Big Rich, all of them.
With that sample?
SF Anthem.
That sample?
Yup.
Yeah, that one.
Can't go wrong with that.
That song came out
like
when, oh, go ahead.
No. Say what you're saying.
Well,
yeah.
I was just gonna say that song when I was in college was like the one when I was feeling homesick. I would be bumping, like, cause it came out my freshman year or my senior year, whichever one. But yeah, it came out around that time, so I remember that song fondly for sure. What are you gonna say?
And it always makes you feel good, right?
Oh yeah, hyped.
That's all I was gonna say.
Makes you feel hyped. But yeah.
That came out your senior year of high school?
08-ish. If it came out maybe 07, maybe a year before, because like I had already known about it. But yeah.
I was gonna say, did they play that at your dances?
I believe they did. Yeah, I believe they did. Yeah, prom.
Everyone
for sure.
going dumb. That's sick.
It was that time where those songs were still fresh. They were still like, at least only a year or a couple years old when E40 was doing the whole collaboration with Lil Jon, and that was like, because Lil Jon was popping at the time, so it was huge for E40 to get on there. But yeah.
Lil Jon got a new one with I Am Sue right now called Yay Area. I'm slapping that.
Really?
It's,
okay.
Sounds more like an East Bay song because they're talking about the 80 and all that, the freeway, but yeah. I Am Sue, Lil Jon, Yay Area. That's a good
what's
one.
up. Damn, Lil Jon, like still holding it down for the Bay. I respect that dude.
Yep.
My next question for you is, what would you like to ask the next guest that comes on to 34 questions?
I figured you were gonna ask that. Do you need me to turn on my light since it got darker, or we're good?
It's up to you. You feel free to turn it on if you like.
I know, because it's only the last couple questions. So.
Yeah.
But I'll turn it on because it kind of looks off.
Go for it.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's good. And we got a good shot of your banner back there. So.
Support good times.
You already know.
Support Kick Rocks culture. Kick Rocks.
Oh, that's sick, dude. That's what's up, man. You gotta slap that on.
Hey, thanks to you.
Collaboration.
Yeah, I need to have a off the record conversation about the merch part next.
For sure, no worries, man. But yeah. Well, what's your question for the next person?
Let's see. My next question would be. Oh, I got one. Because I don't want this interview or podcast to be all serious, or mostly, but this is a two-part question, all right?
Go for it.
Drinker, smoker, both or none? And if you are a drinker, what drink? If you're a smoker, what strain? And if none, what do you do to...
I gotcha.
Yeah, what do you do? Which there's nothing wrong with. I'm just curious.
No, I feel you, man. Cool. I mean, that's definitely a good one. Very curious to see who ends up with that question and how they answer it.
So yeah. I've been asking that to people lately because, since it's been legal and everything, and out of nowhere, everyone's more free. It's like, oh, I wouldn't expect you for a sour diesel. middle-aged woman.
That's hilarious.
It's funny, right? Like, because you could be open now. So
Yeah. And, you know, marijuana moms, dude. They're cool. They're cool folk out there.
yeah.
Got you. I got you. And my last question for you, man, the question that ties everything together is, you know, 500 years from now, our descendants are watching this video.
Shit.
What would you...
If we're still around. I mean, if Earth is still around, but yeah.
Yeah, hopefully somewhere. I mean, the cloud's out there, the data's out there. I'm trying to find a way to...
No, I'm just messing with you. Yeah, go ahead.
No,
in
but
500 years, yeah.
500 years, descendants are watching this video. What would you like to tell them?
Man, level yourself. Take everything that you hear and see and do something with it. Create memories. Memories last longer than a lifetime.
For sure, man.
I feel like.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Can go on, but simple as that.
Feel free to go
Simple
on.
to say it, but you know, you just gotta live it. I think this year, like a lot of people say, like this past year has been an interesting one. So it's definitely put people in a lot of different perspectives. And you know, trying other things. I'm not the one that was like, oh, let me learn how to bake bread. But you know, I had to, you know, focus, figure out what it is, what kind of impression I want to leave, not just on myself, but those around me. And even though this past year we met up a few times or talked a couple of times, it was enough to keep me going to the next level, whether it's talking about cameras or actually doing stuff. It's like, you know, need that's what I appreciate too, is the support. I couldn't have pushed this far or learned this much or be influenced without the support. So it's a big thing on my end, because you know, I always have ideas and I always have things I want to try all the years, and I have to be hella patient, but the support is what keeps you going.
For sure, man. For sure. Yeah, someone told me recently, they're talking about community and how for them, like, let's say whatever their hobby they were gonna get into, they started off by talking to the community. Like, they needed to know if they could, you know, actually get along with those people before they started. Like, you know, she was telling me it was... That's
a good point.
The example she used was Twitch. Like, she wanted to start being a streamer, right? And she was like, well, before I even learned about Twitch, I checked their forums, I checked out the people who were using it, went to an event, which was TwitchCon, the convention. It was in San Jose like 3 years ago. And she got to meet the people who were streamers, meet the people who were like made the site and stuff. So as soon as she saw that she could fuck with those people, then she'd be like, oh, cool. You know, this is what I want to do. And I'm like, damn, that is a trip though, right? Like,
how do you feel about that though?
I mean, I honestly was pretty appreciative of that perspective, because for me, I've never like, you know, I like building community, but it seems like it's always been in like that workspace. Not necessarily like out in my hobbies. Like, you know, I want to go drone flying. I want to do 360.
That's what I'm talking about
stuff.
Specifically. The hobbies.
Yeah,
because I know we have the community thing, the work stuff, but I'm talking about hobbies. Because I have a question for you on that.
Yeah.
Because you brought that up, and I said that sounds like a good idea, but at the same time, I know there's hella groups out there and a lot of hobbies that I'm getting into or being connected to or have been throughout the years where you can't, like, they're not going to accept you like that sometimes, and you just have to go and do it for yourself.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
So that's what I'm wondering, because you brought up a good point in filling it out with the communities, but also I felt like whenever I get into stuff, I just do it, and then, you know, because I don't want people saying you don't fit in or judging you. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing too. If people are acting like that, maybe that's not the right community. I don't know if that was what my previous guests had found in the Twitch community, but like, they weren't people that were acting like that, which is cool. Cool.
And you bring up that good point too. That just came up in my head because of that. I was like, that's true. If people are gonna be like that, those aren't the groups that you need to be around them.
Yeah, and honestly, like it made me realize that I should do it more. Like the whole thing with this podcasting thing, it's been cool to like have other podcasters come on, and you know, I don't know how big they are really, like, and I don't really care about it. I just care about connecting with them. So yeah, it's just been a good way to network, and because you know you're gonna meet people in your hobbies that understand that struggle, and they're gonna be like, oh, you know,
That's where that connection comes.
yeah, because they know, like, you trying to do it by yourself, they're trying to do it by themselves. It's like, yo, bro, I know how hard it is to edit. You know, like, yo, bro, I know how hard it is to, you know, do anything. So
especially if it's a hobby and community that it costs a lot of money and time to build up, you'll get that support because they know, like, you know what I mean? Just simple as getting a camera.
But yeah, you just got to get out there, like, talk, ask a question. But there's people who are trying to help, and people who like have been part of the community and know where to go, how to get started, who to meet. So yeah, I guess that's how I would take it, man. But
for sure.
Any last things you'd like to add before we head out of here?
Yeah. Can I ask you a few quick questions? They're not going to be deep, so
No, I mean, go for it, man.
Drink of choice.
Right now,
doesn't have to be alcohol.
Well,
doesn't have to be alcohol.
Oh no, it doesn't have to be alcohol. Drink of choice.
Nah.
Damn. I mean, drink of choice. Water. Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that.
Water's my shit, man. Like, I know some people don't like the taste because there's no taste, but I'm like, yo, man, it's just so refreshing. I ain't got to trip about no health issues. Like, I can drink as much as I want. But yeah. So yeah. What's the next one?
Hot or cold? Hot or cold?
I'm more of a hot person for sure. I think. Like.
Oh, I meant the water.
Oh shit.
My bad.
Room temperature. I'm weird like that.
It's weird. I can only have it either way. I can't have it in the middle. It's not the same.
Interesting. I mean, I know cold is refreshing as hell on a hot day, but yeah, room temperature is not bad for me. Like, I don't mind drinking at room temperature.
Okay.
Anything else?
Got you. Yeah. Strain.
Oh, strain.
At least right now, or whatever.
Yeah,
however you want.
Man. It was. I haven't had it in a long time, but I really enjoyed. It was called the Quest. That was the strain.
Never heard of that.
It was sativa, and it was from a company called The Source from LA. And you know, I used to work in the industry, so I had seen it, and then I saw it again on someone else's website. I wasn't able to like order it or anything, but The Quest by
So it's exclusive to that shop, to The Source.
I don't know. I just haven't seen it. I haven't seen The Source in any other place really. And I don't know. Maybe they just don't have the connections. Sometimes it's really hard to get in those stores. But I think we always sold it out, and like it was really good. I remember enjoying it. It would make me feel super creative and productive and want to do shit. So that's why I enjoyed it. But yeah.
Okay. I have two more rapid fire. These are rapid fire. So
go for it.
This reminds me when I used to do radio and stuff back in the day at State. Shit, I just had the question too. Oh, NBA Finals. Who you got?
Damn. I don't know. I am pulling for the better story, I would say. That, like, since I don't have any like really strong emotions about it, I just
yeah.
I can see Chris Paul winning being a good story. You know, I respect him, and I respect the fact that if he gets a ring, he deserves it. But he's also a dude that plays by any means necessary, even though if it's ugly or kind of cheating, that's what he does. And you know, well,
people hate Chris Paul's guts.
They do, and I can see why. But like, people hated Richard Sherman too. Like, and then he came over to the Niners, and people loved him. So
yeah, I know.
Yeah, so
that's true.
Yeah, Chris Paul's just that dude, man. And I respect the by any means necessary mentality of winning, but also there's a lot of dirty things that I'd rather not him do, but who knows? Like, I ain't a person to say, but yeah. And then Giannis, you know, he's one of my favorite current players. You know, I just like the fact that he came out of nowhere and kind of like has this. It's like a dominant way of playing where it's not very flashy, but he's gonna push himself. He does that wind up where he backs off a little bit and then he rushes in. That's like the closest thing you're gonna get to a power player these days, you know. So yeah,
true. Yeah.
So either one, I'm enjoying the series. I just want a good series. Take it to Game 7, make it dope, you know.
Oh, okay. Now it's funny how I asked you that. I thought you'd just be say one, but you actually, you know, I've asked this to an NBA player before, right?
Yeah.
When they were eliminated. Oh, Festus Ezeli. I asked him.
What did he say?
When they were knocked out of the playoffs, I said, "Who do you want to win the finals?" He said, "Nobody, because we're not in it." That's it.
That's what's up, man.
I thought he'd break it down somewhat like you did.
Yeah.
But he was like, "No one."
I mean, that's why he's a player and I'm not, because I still care about the other players.
Well, when's the last time he played? No offense
True.
to him and his injuries, but
yeah. We love you, Ezeli. Don't worry, man.
Yeah, we do. We definitely do.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, and then the last question, the Tupac or Biggie question. Because I've never asked you that.
Yeah, the Tupac or Biggie question. That's a hard one. I mean, let me say, you see Tupac right behind me right there. That little thing right there. But then Biggie's over there too. I got two art pieces for both, one of each. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'll probably go Tupac because messaging, and like, you know, just the things he was doing outside of hip hop or what it felt like he was planning to do is why I would feel like I would lean towards Pac. I will say though, like growing up, I didn't appreciate Biggie's music until I got older, and then when I realized like how different the flow was, different approach, and just like vibe, like I still could see why he was GOAT for whatever he was doing, you know. So yeah, I mean they're just like, it's like, you know, LeBron, Kobe, MJ, you know, they're great, but they're just different styles and different people. And
you answered it one of the best ways that I've ever heard compared to a lot of people. So
yeah. I mean, you know, my favorite rapper is Nas of all time, though. You know, even though in that question you asked me Pac or Big, I'm going with Nas because I felt like Nas had the message and the flow. And the New York flow. So,
I'm still Nas over Jay-Z myself.
Yeah, and I mean,
I'll pick Nas over Jay-Z.
Reasonable Doubt is, I think, probably my favorite Jay-Z album. Just because, yeah. But for sure, man. Any last things to add?
Man, we should do this again sometime because there's not enough time. Unless you did those 3-hour podcasts, but
nah, not yet, not yet. Maybe one day I'll be doing those 3-hour podcasts.
I'd love to just do it again, and, you know.
Yeah, man. We'll definitely run it back.
Expand on it.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, want to thank you again for stopping by and being open.
Oh man, thanks for having me on. Yeah,
absolutely. I want to thank the folks out there for tuning in, checking out the episode. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple, wherever, or catching it on YouTube, much love to y'all too. Shout out to Kick Rocks. Be on the lookout for that. You know, if we have
Kick Rocks Culture
at where at? Tell them someone to find you.
That's the Instagram and the Gmail, kickrocksculture at Gmail, at kickrocksculture, and the YouTube will be launched sometime. I don't have a date, but it will be launched sometime. But yeah, that's where you can go for now. It's just getting started, but it's not the beginning. It's not the end.
No doubt. And by the time y'all see this, it'll probably be rolling. But yeah, if you liked it, go like it. If you loved it, please subscribe and share. Remember to reach out, reach forward. As always, much love, and we'll catch you guys next time on 34 Questions. Peace. And then it fades out from there.